How's it going, everyone? Adam here, continuing my NHL 14 Be a GM commentary as GM of the Montreal Canadiens. To summarize what's happened, it's just been a really disappointing year. Our NHL team missed the playoffs by 1 point, even though we had more wins than the team that got the final spot. They had more overtime losses, so we lost by 1 point. 1 point just really pisses me off. But anyway, and then our AHL team got knocked out in Game 7 of Round 3 of the AHL playoffs. All in all, not a lot of major changes have to be made. You know, we lost by 1 point. So maybe picking up one or two pieces, but our team was playing really good near the end. Now, whether they just took them a while to get warmed up or it was the changes that were made, I don't know. So I'm not going to make a drastic amount of trades. I think we just got to maybe get one or two more pieces. If there's a decent draft pick available, maybe pick that up, get an extra draft pick for the draft. But other than that, not a lot has to be done. As far as the playoffs went, St. Louis Blues won the Stanley Cup. The Abbotsford Heat, the team that knocked us out in the third round, they win the Calder Cup. At least we can say we lost to the champions. And here we go. So I'm simulating up to the draft, see who retired, look at our roster quickly, and then we'll enter the draft. Make a trade or two if we have to. If there's a first-round draft pick to get, maybe I'll get it if we have a player that can go the other way that we don't mind losing. And I think looking at stats, too. Look at stats, see who had a good season, see who didn't. That could determine some trades as well. So the maximum salary cap's up to $70.3 million. Up a little bit. We weren't having salary issues whatsoever. We had a good signing period. And we got everyone locked up for like 5 years. Pretty much the core of our team is locked up until 2019, I believe. So we're good there. No, we don't want to play the prospects game. Mitchell Marner, Ryan Pilon, Nick McBride, Gabriel Gagne, and Connor McDavid is who our pro scouts recommending us to get. Connor McDavid's going to be the first overall draft pick. I doubt we'd be able to trade for that pick. But let's look at our team. So Stats Central. Let's look to see who played good in the NHL. Oops, not team stats playoffs. I don't want to look at the AHL. Switch back to our NHL team. So player stats season. NHL. We'll see the NHL first, then we'll see who had a good year in the AHL. Maybe someone's ready to come up next year. Alright, so here's our team. Alex Galchenyuk led our team in points. I would have liked for him to get like 70 points maybe. It would have helped him grow a bit more. He grew by one overall, so he was 85 to start the season. He's 86 now. Only 61 points. You know, for a first-line player, I'd like them to get 70 points at least. 50 for the second line, about 30 maybe for the third line and fourth line, whatever they can get. I guess, 10, 15, that's a good number for a fourth liner. Match Pacioretty pretty much played on the first line that entire season, so he got 56, not good enough. Same as Thomas Vanek, not good enough. Both of them around 25 goals, but you'd expect them to get 30, 35, considering how good they are. Thomas Vanek has dropped down to 86 overall. That's unfortunate, although his contract was, I believe, $4.9 million, so not horrible. Maybe if he has a good year, he'll bounce back. Berglund dropped from 85 overall to 84. Tarasenko's down from 84 to 83. And he was the one we put on the first line right wing. Yeah, he just didn't. He had an alright season, but not a good one. I was hoping he could play with Galchenyuk. And I was hoping he would grow. So I was hoping he'd be like 85, 86 by the next season. But no, he went down. So he could be someone to trade away to get a better right winger. Berglund, almost 50 points. I got no problem with him. And he was a penalty killer too. So good. Markov led our team. Defenseman in points. He's down from 87 to 86. Not too worried. Actually, let's look to see his potential. He's still got 3.5 potential. We got him for one more year after this at $4.3 million. Nothing too hard to handle, so we'll hold on to him next year. He's a veteran presence. Gallagher, 40 points. He stayed at 83. Gallagher was 83 all season. He had 25 goals last season, 21 this season. 40 points is not bad considering he could be on the third line, but we're putting him on the second line, so he's right in the middle between second line and third line points. Mark Stahl, he kind of turned our season around. He also led our team in penalty minutes, so I wasn't happy about that, but, plus 36. We brought him over when we traded away Josh Georges, and our team started winning. So he's not going anywhere. Our team started playing better with him. Lars Eller, he stayed at 84 overall, and 37 points for a third liner. I don't remember what he got last year. So last year he had a 36-point season, so he's up 1 point, but he's up to plus 23 as well, so he's not going anywhere. I like him there on the third line, and he seems to be playing well. Our 92 overall defenseman, Braden Vaughn, he didn't have as good of a season as you'd like a 92 overall player to have, but still 37 points. I'm not going to complain too much about that, except for the fact that Markov had more than him. But actually, I want to look at his plus-minus. So plus-minus 26, that's not horrible. PK Subban, only 33. He has yet to have a good season. Well, a blowout season anyway. He is 90 overall still. At least he stayed the same. Plus 18, so, he's not costing the team. He had one less point than he did last year, though. So hopefully these two start stepping it up soon because they should be the leaders of our team. Mark Stahl was on the second defensive pairing for a while, and then we moved him to the first. Nick Spaulding we got in a trade. He's still at 83 overall. I'm happy with that. He's got a good defensive. Well, he seems to be good everywhere. He's 4 stars everywhere except for defense is 4.5. Skating is 4.5 as well. So he's a solid all-around player. Got enough points. He was plus 15. I'm happy with him. He is staying, I think. Jamie McGinn, you'd think he would have had more. He was 84 to start the season. He drops to 82. Maybe he's a trading asset because Spaulding is a left wing. We can put Spaulding over there. Maybe trade away McGinn. I'm sure we got another right winger that could take the spot of McGinn. He only had 26 points all season. He should have been above Spaulding. He wasn't though. Although he did have, all I can say is he did have a better season than last year. So that is good, I guess. But still, I would have expected more from him. Rene Bourque, he was a third liner and a fourth liner, so 17 points is nothing to complain about. He dropped from 81 to 79 overall. He's got an even plus minus. Orlov, he didn't play in the NHL. We got him off waivers from Washington. Well, he was in the NHL, though. He got 16 points. That's pretty good for only 58 games, considering Nathan Beaulieu played 82, and he only got 16 points. So Beaulieu had a good playoff run when we won the Cup. Not a good one this year for the regular season, but not horrible. Bolesky stays at... No, Bolesky was 81 overall, I believe, when we traded for him, but he's still 79. Not bad for a fourth liner. I think we're going to keep him on the fourth line. Hopefully that minus 10 came from his time in Anaheim. McLennan is down again. Crap, McLennan started at 81 last season. He dropped down to 79 this season. Now he's down to 78. Maybe from being minus 9. Maybe we got to look for a better fourth line center. That's something maybe on our to-do list if we have the cap space. Tenorti, only 4 points, but that was for 20 games. Not horrible. He basically kept pace with Beaulieu's points per game. And then Weiss only played 22 games. Maybe he can be a right winger on the fourth line and Bourque on the third. I don't know. But he wasn't horrible. Didn't get a lot of points. But he did come in big for the playoffs when we won the Cup. So maybe give him another shot. Enroth wins 7 games at 1.79 goals allowed average, 93.62 save percentage. Carey Price had that really bad stretch, so I don't know really what this is reflecting. 37 wins, but 26 losses. Just not a great year. Oh, and he dropped down to 89. That is really disappointing. He was a 91 overall goalie. Hopefully, he gets back up to 91. The only good time to see a goalie drop is the year you have to re-sign him, because then you can get him for a cheaper amount. Let's just look at the AHL quickly. I'm not going to go into as much detail in the AHL. Let's just see who was leading the team in points, who could potentially fill a spot on our team. So Michael Berneval, I think, led our team in points. He did. So Michael Berneval led the team in points. He's at 82. Christian Thomas went up to 72. He's going to be a couple years yet before he's ready. But Berneval, two-way forward. And we could put him on the fourth line, but that would just stunt his growth. He's more than a fourth line player. So, we could trade away Eller, which I don't want to do, and then put Berneval there. Or we could use Berneval as part of a trade with, like, Tarasenko to get a better right winger for our first line. Those are some potential moves. I like Berneval, though. He's good defensively. Would be a great penalty killer for the future, but not sure where he's going to fall on the team. Christo up to 76, but look at that shot. He's already got an NHL-ready shot, and that's what I'm hoping. If Tarasenko doesn't turn out, or if we get another right wing and that right winger doesn't turn out, Christo, all this guy does is shoot the puck and score goals. That's what he is. Delarose, he moved up, I think, 1 overall. I just want to look at our other prospects. Bozon moved up 1 overall. Tenorti's still at 82. Dietz is up to 67. So a lot of our prospects are still doing good. Let's just take a look at Tokarski. So Tokarski is up to... he stayed at 78 overall. So he's not ready for the NHL yet. And let's enter this draft. I got an idea of what I kind of want to do this offseason, but let's just see who's available in the draft. If there's some good trades to make, we'll make them. I can promise you that. Okay, retired players. Hossa retires. Solani finally. Chara. Ooh, that'll make... Okay, so Boston won't be as good next year. Savard, I'm not sure how good he is in NHL 14. I know in past games he's been better than he actually is in real life. But Thornton's gone. He's like a third or fourth liner they'll probably miss. And then Chara's gone. So hopefully our division isn't as good next year. Because that was our issue. We were in the playoffs if we were in any other division. It was just our division was so stacked, we barely missed it. Datsuk retires and Alfredson, so that is really going to help us. I think 2 teams in our division just lost their best players. So, looking good for us. New Jersey wasn't in our division, so Yager and Eliash doesn't really affect us. St. Louis retired, so the Rangers. Okay, so, looking good. Looking good for us. Although I think, no. St. Louis, the Rangers are in the other division, so that doesn't really affect us. But Dupuis is gone. 2, the old Tampa Bay defense when they're gone. Tallander's gone. All right, let's take a look at goalies. Any goalies retired? I would assume Broder would have retired. He did not. Okay, that's surprising. Vokun retires. Nabokov. Tim Thomas, and then Joey McDonald. So, at least the good news, Datsuk, Chara, both retired. Should hopefully make our division easier to compete in. We'll leave our trading block as is. We'll entertain first-round picks anyway. Surplus, we'll just turn off current first-round picks just in case. I'll take you guys out. I think we're going to throw Tarasenko into the mix. Because he went down, not up. Hopefully it doesn't completely ruin his trade value. It could very well, though, unfortunately. Vanek? No, I'm not ready to trade Vanek yet, even though he did go down. What's his potential at? His potential's still fine, so I'm not worried about Vanek yet. Oops, I missed Tarasenko, and then I'm thinking Berneval. Those two could combine to get us a good right winger for the first line. That is the move I'm seeing anyway. Unless Eller, no, I don't want to put Eller on the block. I like Eller. Or, you know what, I'm going to throw Berglund out there, because Eller could move up to play for Berglund. Although we do got Berglund on a good contract. Well, let me just think this through. Well, I guess I don't have to trade him if I put him on the block, but I'm thinking maybe Berglund could go. Maybe, potentially. And then Berneval could be the third liner because he is defensive. We were allowing too many goals last year, so you know what? Maybe it's better to have... Could be better to have... a defensive center instead of three playmaking centers. That's what I'm getting out of this. Berneval, he's not physical, but he's defensive. And let me just look at Eller. Compare Eller into the mix. Eller is all right defensively. He's better than Berglund, I think. So 85, 84, 86, 75 face-off. Berglund is 84, 84, 86, 70 face-off. I think that's what we could do. Keep Berneval, trade away Berglund and Tarasenko. Maybe try to get Bobby Ryan or Voracek like I tried during the year. So let's commit these changes to the Lions. We're not going to trade them away for a first-round draft pick, though. It's not worth it. Unless it was like the first overall draft pick. Let's begin the NHL entry draft. So Nashville has the first pick. They'll probably get Connor McDavid. I don't know where our pick is right now because I know we traded away. I guess it was to St. Louis. So St. Louis has our pick. We're going to propose a trade here. Let's just see if Nashville's willing to give up McDavid. I don't really think we need McDavid, obviously, but just to see. They're not willing to give the first overall pick. So I was just curious. I'm trying to remember who drafted what's his name, Reinhardt, because I want to see how he's doing, see if he's better than Galchenyuk, because Galchenyuk is only 86. So let's look at centers. Getzlav, Bergeron. Alright. Nope, I'm not seeing him yet. Where are ya? Sam Reinhart, right here. Okay, so stacked there is center in Colorado. You got Duchesne, Stastny, McKinnon, the 92 overall center, which I had created and accidentally didn't delete from my rosters. And then Reinhart. The only thing I like about Reinhart is I always see him get up into like the 90s. That's why I'm thinking like would it be worth trading Galchenyuk for him, but I'm not making that move at this point in time. Only other person, Seguin, had a good contract. Seguin for Galchenyuk, but I think Galchenyuk's green star. He is. So Galchenyuk in the long run is the better guy to go with. So I'm not going to trade him. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, so let's go look at Ottawa. See if Ottawa, or was it Philadelphia? Let's look at Philadelphia first, because Voracek Voracek has a really low trade value. I think that's lower than the season. I don't think he was 87 during the season. He might have been. I'm pretty sure he's always been 86. But it's that shot that I want. I want that shot. And I'm thinking, keep Nylander, but put Tarasenko in. So Tarasenko, and you know what? We don't even have to put up Berneval or Berglund. We could probably get him for a lesser prospect. So let's look at defensemen. Do we have any defensive prospects? We could ship out Orlov. We got Orlov from waivers. But I'm thinking, you know what? We got D'Angelo, who's an offensive defenseman. And it's not like we need these guys yet. Like Markov, even if he retires next year. We got Bolio and we got Tenorti. Although, Orlov might be worth hanging on to, maybe, because no one's definitely ready yet. Although I believe Honka is like 80 overall by next year usually. So I'm feeling Orlov. Throw in Tarasenko and Orlov into the mix. See if we can't throw in another prospect. Do we have a prospect goalie? We do not have a prospect goalie that I'm willing to give up. Who? Ooh, I should make sure. Is Orlov got only 1 year left of his contract? So he's got 2. Let's just check into Tarasenko. Tarasenko has 1. That blows everything, unfortunately. Damn it. Okay. So that was going to be a good trade, but nope. Not going to happen. Only thing I can think of, it's not, good manager skills, but Tarasenko, re-sign him and then trade him. That's not it's not good for your rep anyway, but it might be the way to go. Unless we did Vanek. So Vanek, we have him at a good contract for 6 more years, but that would take him till he was 37. I'm not going to count on him being good still then. So I'm thinking Vanek, but they don't want Vanek, so that'd be a hard trade to make. I'm How many years? I think he's got 3. Oops, I'm not looking. Only 2. So 2, which is technically 1, but ooh, this is a tough choice. This is a tough choice. I'm thinking keep Vanek because he's, even if he keeps dropping, second line, he's all right there. McGinn. All right, so gotta think here. Gotta think. So maybe keep Orlov in the trade. McGinn, we'll keep him in the trade. Or put him in the trade, I should say, because he is not. I don't think he's gonna be a guy on our team. So I'm thinking here, we'll put Bozon in, McGinn, and Orlov. We got defensive prospects. We got Delarose. And we got some rookie skaters that could probably get into that left wing role. Yeah, so Del Call, he's gonna be ready before Bozon would have been. So Del Call could be good. Thor Tenori, Deeds, Christo, Christian Thomas. This Kushkin guy could go in. So I'm thinking that would get the trade done. Maybe see if we have a draft pick they want just to throw in, just to make sure it goes through. They want our third. Let's give them the third in 2017, because there's nothing in the third round then. For Voracek, it goes through. They get some prospects that we don't need. We get our winger that we do need. Okay, and McDavid did go first overall. St. Louis, they have our pick, which looks like number 14. Let's see who we would have got. So in theory, we would have got that P. Zaka guy. I'll hopefully remember to look for him. When this draft is over. So we get Voracek. They get some prospects. We need to update some stuff now. I just want to do these trades now if I can. We still got the $9 million of cap space, so we're not in any issue there. Now, I'm thinking I'd rather have Gallagher, I think, on that second line, because he was doing almost just as good as Tarasenko. Tarasenko, we can't trade Tarasenko. That's something to think about. So maybe put Gallagher on the third line. And then we'll keep Rene Bourque on the fourth line, although he's got 2 years of that $2.9 million, so maybe not. Dale Weiss has 2 years and he's younger. So I'm just thinking, we'll put Bourque out there. Throw Bourque on the trading block. And let's really, I'm not going to, trade away all the prospects that we've, got over these last couple years. But I'm thinking if we can make a playoff run this year, why not? We obviously should make the playoffs this year. Last year hopefully was a fluke. So we got Voracek. We don't even have to think about Bobby Ryan right now. I was thinking about some other moves. I don't know. Can't remember what they were anymore, unfortunately. So Bourque, we get Bourque out of town. For maybe like a third rounder? I don't know. Just to clear up a little bit of cap space. So Bourque out for a third rounder. Let's see who wants Bourque. So Boston wants Bourque. We could get him for a third round. We could trade him away for a third round pick. That would probably be a good trade. 73rd overall. I don't think that's going to amount to anything, but we're just going to clear up more cap space. We'll be up to $12 million in cap space. So let's just do that. That's fine. So there we go. We finally got a pick in this draft. Doubt it will be anything special, but we cleared out more cap. And what was I thinking about doing? Berglund. I'm thinking to do the Berglund trade. We signed him long term. We signed Eller long term. Eller's 26, 1 more year of growing. Let's give him a shot to get up to like 85 overall. He's been playing good on the third line, but Berneval is ready. I want to hold on to Berneval. I really do. So let's put Berneval on the third line. Let's trade away what's his name, Berglund. We'll trade away Berglund. And I got it. So we'll put in Berglund. Let's put in Patcher. Not Pacioretty. Who am I thinking of? So Berglund. I guess there was. I thought I was thinking about someone. I can't remember anymore. Okay. So we could get someone for Berglund, whether it's a prospect, or we could update someone at one of our positions. So I wonder how much Ovechkin is. I'm just thinking here. If we can update Pacioretty, maybe I was thinking of Pacioretty. So let's think about this. Ovechkin, and say if we threw in Pacioretty, that wouldn't work. But like what I'm saying, we can put in Berglund and Pacioretty. Pacioretty didn't get a lot of points. He's a power forward, so I'm thinking throwing these two in and maybe get a better left winger. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm not sure how many better left wingers there are, but there's got to be one out there. You'd think that that trade would be good for. Not Rick Nash. Where are you? I know that Pacioretty has a good contract for 5 more years. That could be hard to trade away, I guess. But there is someone there. So Parise, no, that's 11 years, though. That's too much. I don't want to take anyone on for that length of time. Taylor Hall. I wonder if we can finally get this trade done for Taylor Hall. He's led the league in goals 2 years in a row. So let's try to get Taylor Hall for Pacioretty. Let's throw in Berglund and see if we can't get like another prospect, like a lesser prospect, back for Berglund. So see who they got prospect-wise. So Ferentz they're willing to trade away. Clefbaum, I know he was a first-round pick a couple years ago. What's his potential like? So, 4 gold star, not horrible, not great. Horak, sorry. So Clefbaum, he's a little bit more ready than like a D'Angelo if Markov does retire. He's a 2-way defenseman. Is he having good seasons? He hasn't had a season yet in the AHL. So this would be his first year, I'm guessing? Or he just didn't play on the AHL team last year. Another option is maybe pick up like a center. So Boyd Gordon, 2 more years at $3 million. That's a little much. So pick up a center that could replace what's his name, Jay McLennan, and then maybe a draft pick. So, well, the problem is their draft pick. So if we did the first, Berglund is just worth the first, but they probably won't go for it because I got a feeling they're going to want to protect Taylor Hall as long as they can. So, Petrie. But $4 million. Nah. So, Clefbaum. I don't remember what kind of depth we had in our AHL team. I know we had a lot of defensemen ready, like Honka and stuff. So maybe not. Maybe not Clefbaum. Wait a minute, I did trade away Bork, didn't I? But that was to put Gallagher on the third line. I was thinking if we needed a right wing, but no, we don't. We're good on right wing. Horak, I know, turns out good. Like, he'll get up to, 82, 83. Not as good as Berglund, but I'm thinking Berglund, Pacioretty, Hall, Horak, and then throw in, next year's second-round pick and third-round pick. Because I think we traded away assets for next year. So Horak and the second would work for Berglund, and then the third shouldn't change it. I'm liking that trade. I'm going to go with it. Let's go. Nope, too far off, so they ain't liking it. We get a drafted player now. Okay, forgot about that. So, I don't know. We didn't draft a goalie last year, I don't think, but no good goalies by the looks of it. Let's look to see who there is. Let's look at these players. See what our scouts had to say about them. You're not anything special. Oh, who is this guy? No, I think he's not anything special either. This guy had great skating, Tyler King, but he's 20 already, so I can't see him being anything that good. 3.5, but he's a 4th rounder more. I'm feeling this right wing sniper from Vancouver, Alec Bear. Oh, sorry, he's a center. I thought he was a right wing sniper. No, no, okay, he's center. He's right-handed. Little young, but we can take a chance. Okay, whatever. We'll just go with him. It's not like I was counting on that pick to materialize in anything. I'm about 30 minutes in this video, so I am going to quickly try to make this trade for Taylor Hall, and then we'll call it a video. So let's go back to Edmonton. Let's really get a young team together. A young, good team, I should say. He's 23. How many years does he have on that contract? 6. Ooh. Actually, I'm fine with that, though. I'm fine with a 6-year contract for him. So we'll try Pacioretty again. And you know what? Not even going to throw in Berglund. I don't think. We'll hold on to Berglund. We can use him later if we need to. They just didn't want to give up Horak, I don't think, either. So we got Christian Thomas who could go into the trade. And he's a couple years away. He really is. And you know what? We got Danny Cristo as a right-wing sniper in our AHL. But, oh, Thomas has only 1 year left. Of course you do. You don't make this easy, do you, game? So maybe we are putting Berglund back in. But I like Berglund. Even if we put Berglund on the 4th line, I don't care. I don't know why. I just get attached to players. I kind of like Berglund. I think the fact that we signed him for 5 years is not good to trade him away this early, but might be your only option. You know what? We got Nick Spaulding. I'm just looking at this Della Rose guy. And we're getting a good guy back, so you know what? We'll get this guy. No, maybe I can find a better AHL player. So left wing, Curtis Hamilton. He's 67 overall. He's not going to be great, but he can be an AHL player. So that. And you know what? Let's just put it in our 4th. No, put in our 5th. And both our 7th round picks. They're not going to be anything. We'll draft 4th. Other than that, let's just bring Taylor Hall over to Quebec. There we go. Finally done. After months of trying, we finally get the first line that we want. Auto draft the rest of this. That is what I'm talking about. So Galchenyuk is going to be playing with Taylor Hall and Jacob Voracek next year. All of them yet to stop growing. They all still got 4.5 star potential. What a day for Montreal. Nothing more to say other than that. And we got $9.865 million worth in cap space left. This team's looking good. That's all I got for you guys this time. Thanks once again for watching. Remember to leave a comment on this video, like this video, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.